Yeah, you know what it is. Another epic episode of the Mill Experience Overtime. I'm your host, Excalibur, and I have my two co-hosts, Craig and Victor. What's up, gentlemen?
Doing
What's going
good,
on?
good. Good to see you guys. Good to see
Good to
you.
see you too, man. So what's on the discussion today, Vic?
Well, I guess we can call this little episode about basically manning up and handling your business. Let me ask you guys a question. How old were you when you all just knew, that you had to handle your business and you took care of stuff yourself? You need nobody to do it for you. Mama didn't have to do enough for you. You just took charge of basically your life and just
High,
I got
high
to do what I
school.
got. High school.
Yeah, high
Yeah.
school. Yeah, when my mom stopped doing things, she said you got to start. I started working. Really had to ask my mom for much, That's when I kind of realized, it wasn't my dad. My mom and dad was divorced, so it was just me, my mom, and my brother. So you know how that go.
Yeah. How about you, Craig?
I think mine was in funny true story. I was in the seventh grade and I was playing basketball.
Mhm,
My first year playing, and I asked mom for some shoes
mhm.
because for our first game, I wanted some fresh sneakers. And when I came home, she said, "I got these for you," and they had no name on them. So in other words, Johnny Punks, right? So my sisters were laughing and everything. I was crying,
Yeah,
literally crying
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the game was coming up. I couldn't go to the store. It
yeah.
yeah.
was just me, my mom's, and I got four sisters at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got to fix it. I can't do this. So I went to the game, and everybody was dressing out. I didn't put my shoes on. I kept them in my bag. And so when we were about to run out, I slipped them on and ran out there. And that was my best game. I had 36 points.
Oh wow.
Oh,
See?
And it was because I didn't want to sit down. I told coach, don't take me out. I didn't want to sit down so people could focus on my shoes. Halftime, I went in and took them off
Yeah.
and put them back in the bag. Went
Yeah.
back out, did the same thing.
Yeah.
And when I got home, mom had me some blue and white Asics.
Mhm.
And, she had trouble already raising all, kids by herself. And I was like, at that very point, I said, man, I got to do whatever I can to help my moms. And
Mhm.
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 so, I
Yeah.
started doing things, man, working and different things like that, helping my mom. I even help put my sister through school,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right along with me. So I knew that I had to, man. She was doing
You
the
know,
best she could.
you know what?
Yeah.
I lied, Victor. It wasn't high school. I just since Craig told that story, I just thought about it.
Uh,
I was a young adult. I was out of college, just moved back into South Carolina.
yeah.
I think I met my wife 2 years prior. So my wife became pregnant, during that time when I was in college. You know how family is. If you're in college, they see you doing things, they pretty much help you out. So in college, I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
didn't worry about anything that much.
Mm.
Once I got out, got into the real world, what really made me knew I had to really man up when my wife became pregnant. And that's when I knew I had to step up. I remember I was working at this job. Man, I was trying to get in law enforcement then, but it was just hard at that time. But I was working at this job, and I lied to you guys not. I cried every morning when I went to that job. That's how much
Man.
I hated that job. But I knew I had to work because she was pregnant.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
knew I had.
You do
When
think
when
you
I'm at work now, I ride by that job to this day and just look at it. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
cried every morning. I never told my wife that. My wife just found out about this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This is back in 2010. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
And I
Yeah.
never told her that. I never told her that. But that's when I knew,
mm,
yo, I got a family now. It ain't about me no more. If it was about me, I would have never. I would have been quit the job. But I know I can't afford
right,
to quit
right.
the job. She
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
me. My kids need me. I'm about to be a father. I got to man up. So that's really when I realized I was like 20, 25, 26.
Uh,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I would say, high school, late high school, early college, I just kind of get that feeling. Although if my mother were alive, she would tell you when I was a toddler, I attempted to change my own diaper.
Hey.
for that.
You a genius.
Like say it was the 10th. It failed. But I also had the idea that if I can do it, I should do it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a video of a court hearing of a guy who's supposed to be in court, and I was going to play it about 2-3 minutes. And he did not show up to court, which I think is the worst thing you can do when you get that summons to show up. To not show up. No lawyer, not him, but apparently he sent his mother, or his mother was there. So
So, ma'am, why are you here on behalf of Mr. Parks instead of Mr. Parks?
I'm trying to get this application to cooperate. I sent him the notification that he was supposed to come for court using Zoom, but he's not tech savvy, and neither am I. And because as you can see, it took a moment for me to even unmute and then come to screen where I could show video. So that may be what the problem is. He was supposed to be in on,
Where is he?
let's see, 2:00.
Where is he?
He's working at a friend's house. They're helping put up some barns or something. Some, not barns, but tool shed.
Okay, why didn't he know beforehand that he had trial? Or he had an appearance.
Yes, ma'am, he does know. I sent him the notification. I was trying to contact him.
Okay, so ma'am, hold on a second.
Sorry.
This is what we women do for the men in our lives all the time. We try and fix it for them. But he's grown. And so if he knew ahead of time that he was supposed to be here, there are two options. You can come to court or you can come in by video. Either way, he should have been in court today. I don't care that he's working at somebody's house and all of that there. His responsibility was to be in court, number one. Number two, the calendar that he was on is a calendar because he has missed one or more court dates previously. It's a bench warrant bond forfeiture calendar. So he's already in bench warrant status. That was for the opportunity for him to clean that up. And sending you is not going to fix it. So he's still in bench warrant status. He could be picked up at any time and returned to jail. He needs to appear with his attorney in court, in the building. Video is no longer an option for him.
I beg your pardon, ma'am. Apologies and no disrespect. To my knowledge, he doesn't even have a lawyer.
Okay, but he needs to show up.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm trying to reach him. I've been trying to see if he would activate the Zoom. I've been trying to explain to him he has to come in through Zoom, but I haven't received any response from him. So I'm actually surprised that I was able to even come over on Zoom at this point, because I'm trying desperately. Like I said, I didn't even know. I realized the time and I realized the date like at 1:24, and realized that we were.
How old is Mr. Parks, ma'am?
Realized we were over. We were past due. Yes, ma'am.
How old is Mr. Parks?
35.
So he's good and grown.
I'm sorry, not 35. He's 43. I'm sorry. Mixing my
good, as the old people say, good and grown.
Yes, ma'am.
And he should be able to handle his affairs.
Yes, ma'am. He should.
So this is no longer your responsibility. It's Mr. Parks' responsibility. And when I see him, we can talk about it and get it worked out.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I'm trying to get him to at least.
Now, it's not your responsibility. Mr. Parks is the only one who has jail on the line. If he does not have enough gumption to get himself to court, either through video or in person, you're trying to save him is just a handicap. Because what happens if you're not available to save him? He's got to be motivated on his own.
Yes, ma'am.
We keep trying to save men and boys, and what we do is we turn them into people who can't function in life.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is his responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. And I do apologize.
That's okay.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all I can say.
43
Is
years
tragic.
old. I mean, come
God,
on.
I'm thinking this guy 19 years old, 18 or something, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
This man
Yeah.
older than me.
43.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I mean, we
That's
all got our stories there, but come on now. At 43, your freedom's on the line here.
yeah. Your mama should be vouching for you and making up some excuse you ain't tech savvy. You need to take your ass to the damn. If you don't know how to handle that damn Zoom, take your ass to the damn court.
Thank you.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
Yeah.
Especially your freedom on the line.
That's asinine.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, at that age, you handling your business, you handling mama business.
I was even no daddy.
You're like, I got this. Yeah,
clear.
I can say, where's his daddy?
Because the mother, I mean, not trying to make no excuse for the mother, but mother's gonna do that.
Right.
You 43 years old, but she still look at you like a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying? She still see that little boy. So a mother's gonna do that. I can't really blame the mother because she's gonna protect the baby at all costs. That's a sorry man.
Yeah.
Very much
That's a
so.
sorry man.
Oh man.
You even put your mama through that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just put your mama in that
mom to have to
situation.
get on. You don't put her in that situation.
Yeah.
You don't put her in that situation because mothers feel more for you than you feel for yourself.
Yeah, it's the mother, it's the mama bear complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's trying to protect him, and he's not even doing anything to protect himself. In fact, he should have been protecting his mom from that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta go.
So
I got this.
I'm thinking his mom got to be in her late 60s, possibly. She don't need
she
that.
Didn't look it.
Yeah, she didn't look it.
Yeah.
She didn't look it. But I'm 40 years old. My mom's 61. So,
I said he keep messing up like that. He's gonna age her.
Yeah.
I don't get
it. That's crazy. I'm thinking this guy 18 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
She said 43.
43.
Yeah,
Speaking of accountability.
I'm sorry, no, 43.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. A whole grown man. You know what I'm saying?
He out work. They got a bench. He coming to pick you up.
He out there working on a damn barn.
She say he working on a barn.
Yeah. You out there working on the barn, man. You gonna snatch your ass up. You gonna take your ass to court.
Hey, did your guys but I was working.
Huh?
They ain't trying to hear that, but I was working.
Yeah. Hey, it's funny, man. It's funny because whenever I have court, like let's say if I write it, I remember one time I wrote this guy a ticket for I forgot what the ticket was, but it happened like last year, and his court date was this year. So I said, man, let's say if I wrote it back in November, his court date was in March.
Yeah.
He came to court an hour late, claimed he didn't have a ride. I said, I told him, I said, well, I ain't gonna help you. I was walking out when he was walking in. I said, so let me ask you a question. From November to March, you couldn't find a ride? You knew this day was coming. From November to March, you had Thanksgiving, you had Christmas, you had New Year's, you had Valentine's Day. You couldn't find a ride?
Nothing.
He probably didn't start looking until the day of.
You should ask him how many days he was late for his job.
Exactly, man. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking at it, and I just wonder how does that get there? That
it's the mama,
you
man.
Don't have
First of all, no daddy.
Like, yeah,
no daddy
it has to be no daddy.
There's no father in the house. If you had a father in the house, unless his daddy was sorry too, no way that would have happened.
Yeah.
There's no way. Not blaming the mother because that's just the mother has that caring heart. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna protect their baby. That man could be 70 years old. She's still gonna try to protect him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom and grandma.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be somewhere. You be early, not on time. Early.
Exactly.
My dad taught me. My dad teach me.
I still carry that to this day.
I
still carry that to this day, man. If I say a time, that's the time. I'm going early. If I'm going to a game, I'm early. I'm going anyway. I'm early.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? My
Victor,
mom
I'm
told me
glad.
that. No,
Victor, I'm glad you brought up this subject though, because this made me talk about the link that I sent you guys earlier today with the Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
With the,
Yeah, we'll talk about
the
that next.
professor sending him a letter. I'm gonna read you what the professor said
Okay,
he
all
did.
right. Well, we're going on to that now.
Yeah. Say this semester has
Right
been
into that.
extremely challenging for me as a professor. I have never felt so disrespected in my 10 years of teaching. Students do not follow even the minimum. It slows down my class so much. They make it clear that they do not want to be here. They have very little personal responsibility, making me responsible for their grades. For the students who do want to learn, it has been a bad experience as well, since they have to work on breakout rooms and distracted students do not bring anything, and I mean anything to the table. I often have to repeat the same 3 or 4 times because student athletes are present but not really in my class.
Yeah, please us to our next
Here's-
topic here. But yeah.
I don't get it because my thing is, if you don't want to be in the class, you're not going to be on the field or the court.
That's what
Yeah,
Deion
all
said.
that, all
It
that
is
stuff translates.
Student
Yep.
athlete.
Yes.
What's the first word?
Student.
Student.
Student. So Deion,
Everybody's not
and
going to
I
make it.
wish we had a video, but he told the guys, he said, look, so that telling me
I got the video.
you got a video. Okay, play it. My
Yeah,
bad. Go
all
ahead.
right. Yeah, that's the next
Before I
thing.
go
Let
to
me do a little fast forward here.
A certain reading is up here.
You already read that.
Repeat the same 3 and 4 times because student athletes are present but not really in class. You present, but you ain't really there. You on the field, but you ain't doing nothing. You in a relationship, but you ain't got no love. You at the mall, but you ain't got no money. Got a lot of ability, but no darn talent. Because you don't think. Guys, you're gonna get something out of this. You're gonna be a man, or you're gonna be a great football player. Since you choose not to be a great football player, we gotta make you a man. We good with that? Today was not wonderful. But I'd be darned if I allow these kids to get out of here without something. Without something.
And that's what I respect about Prime.
Yeah.
Prime time, he can afford to be arrogant because he walking like he talking.
Yeah.
In college, he won a championship. He was All-American.
That's it. Yeah.
In the NFL, he won 2 Super Bowls. He's in the Hall of Fame. He can do that. You Colorado football players, you guys are 4-8.
Yeah. And that's an improvement from
last year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all went 6 weeks straight without winning the game.
Yeah.
And
What
number
do you
2
have to brag
dogs on that team. And that's Shador and Travis Hunter.
That's right.
Shiloh's the
quarterback.
baby.
Yeah.
But the number 2 dogs on that team, and they getting their work done. You guys can't do what your coach do. But I praise Deion for holding guys accountable.
Yeah.
You gotta hold them accountable.
Got to.
You gotta hold them
Got to.
accountable. I like the fact that he addressed it because a lot of coaches would have been like, hey, you know, they belong on the field. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have them for them to be on the field.
Yeah.
No, you got to understand, not everybody's gonna make it. You have to
Exactly.
have something to fall back.
Exactly. Like that. Yeah.
And not even that, Craig. Think about it. If you're not paying attention in the classroom, I always say school is nothing but preparing you for life. If you can't pay attention to your sister, to your teacher, how you gonna pay attention to the law?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not competitive in your grades, how you gonna be competitive in what career you chose, whether it's football, media, doctor, nurse, lawyer, whatever you choose? How you gonna be competitive? Because you want to be the best in whatever you in. That stuff start in the classroom, man.
Yeah.
Life lessons.
Yeah.
Life lessons.
Yeah. All that stuff. It translates. I've learned this. Life is about habits.
Yes.
Either you have a habit of being serious and studying and being prepared, or you don't have that habit. You can't just turn it on. And I can just turn it on, man. You got to have it just in your mind to where it's the second nature to you.
They in class acting like they cranking the clock. Heck, like the USC women's basketball team. You know what I'm saying? They sitting there playing like that.
Hey, you got to earn the right to be
4 games,
man.
You won 4 games.
4 games.
You went 6 weeks with your head down.
Yep. 4 games. And really 3 because you barely beat Colorado State.
Huh.
It took you to double overtime.
You should have lost
Yeah,
that.
fellas, get it together, man. You're not your coach. You're not your coach. You can't. You ain't him yet. Your coach improved himself. He got the right to be the way he is.
Exactly.
You guys are not there. You're still young. You're still learning. Get that education, man. Football ain't going to always be there.
Right.
Football is not going to always be there. Get that education, man.
Education is key.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't want to listen in the classroom. How are you going to listen on the field?
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Habit.
For the professor to say in his 10 years he never felt disrespected.
That's right.
10 years of teaching. That's just
not
college.
A lot of people say it was reflected on the coach. It's not a reflection on the coach.
Yeah, it's not.
Because
the
coach is totally different.
Yeah.
And they mess around. They know Deion to get rid of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He do it in a heartbeat. That's one thing I respect about him, man. A lot of these coaches, they're scared to get rid of their best player because they job on the line. And Deion, he proved like it's not about that. I want these guys to be, if they're not going to be professional in the sport, I want them to come out here as a professional in something.
Right.
Just not in sports, but in life.
Yeah, you can't be beholden to your player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. I mean, that's why it's hard to be a professional coach.
Yeah.
In the professional ranks, because the players control your paycheck.
Yeah.
They control whether you're going to be there or not.
That's true. That's true. So a lot of them just let them do what they want to do, man. I remember Channing Crowder from the Pitt said that when he was at the floor, when he played for the Gators, my favorite team. He said, man, he could get a heap of a lot of trouble, man, but nobody never knew Karar Zook had people sweeping under the rug. But he was an All-American football player.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, but these are a bunch of kids. They're in college, and the older you can figure it out, the older you get, the more self-motivated you gotta be.
Yeah, most definitely.
You in elementary school, middle school, high school, they're trying to motivate you. Come on, you can do it. Man, you get to college.
That goes back to my story when I told you
yourself up in the morning.
that goes back to my story when I told you guys when my wife was pregnant, man. Yo, I had to go to a job I hated, but I had to do what I had to do. But wait, I've been always looking for something better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
A lot of these kids now, like, man, I sit there and I go, I went on an interview for this job I'm at now, and it clearly states on the paperwork, no cutoff pants, no Crocs, open toe shoes, hoodies, things of that nature. What these guys come in, as well as women, flip flops, Crocs, ripped up pants, hoodies, those bonnet things on there.
Yeah,
like, what the?
Yeah. Dude, I remember I was in Walmart and I was somewhere in the back checking out, and I saw this young lady sitting there. I just figured she was waiting to check out too. And the manager came out back and said, "All right, man, I'm ready to see you." I'm like, she had on pajamas.
Right. There ain't no way.
I went to a job interview with pajamas on. She looked like she just lived.
There's no way. That's a slap in the face.
I understand it's Walmart, but damn.
That's a slap in the face. It's still a business.
Yeah, they still got standard.
You wouldn't see it. I didn't even see it. I would have felt disrespect as a manager. You come dressed like this.
Excuse me.
Job,
you knew you were coming to an interview.
Yeah, for an interview. So that tells me how you really feel about this job. You ain't taking it serious. So why should I?
You're not gonna take it serious. You're not gonna take it serious, ma'am. I'd love to tell you to come back, but you knew the importance of the interview, correct? But, we're gonna end this interview here.
Yeah.
Because I know I sent you documentation saying what to wear or what not to wear.
Yeah. And it's sad you got to do that. You should already know what to wear to an interview. That's automatic. That's automatic.
But see, like you said, the mom thing. My mom would have never let me come on the other line. You going to a what?
Yeah.
With that on?
Yep.
I remember back when people were working at McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, he had uniforms on.
Yep.
Yep.
Craig, I know some guys that only own a suit, man. They don't even own one suit.
Yeah, come on.
I know.
One
Oh, I
suit.
know.
I mean, grown men. They got Jordans all over the damn place, but not one suit.
Oh, you gotta have
They
at
go
least
to a
one
party,
suit.
a function, a business function, a company function, anything. They gotta go and rent a suit.
At least have a
Or they
black
go buy
suit.
some slacks.
You gonna go to a funeral one time in your life. At least a black suit, man.
Yeah.
Own a suit.
Yeah.
You should at least have a suit. And I was like, you should have a tux.
Yeah.
That's because I play a lot of concerts where I really need that. But ever since college, man, I've had a tuxedo in my because when I got to college, got the band. Hey, the stream system will be here to fit you for your tuxes, and I've had a tux in my closet ever since.
Yeah,
man, you could have 2 suits and a plethora of shirts, and you can make the thing work.
Yeah. You can make it happen, man. I'm telling you, the shirts,
shirts and whatever. You can
switch
switch it up, man.
Yeah, you can switch it up.
Some people just own a bunch of blue suits.
Yeah,
they just switch it up.
Switch up the shirts. Yeah.
I used to have these suits called Hugo Boss. Man, I never forget.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You could take them out. You could throw them in your suitcase.
Yeah.
When you pick them out, man, it's like you got it at the dry cleaner. They just fall in place.
Yep.
And
don't get no. When you get a suit, hey fellas, let me peep game with you guys, man. When you buy a suit, don't go to them bullshit like Mayo's and them little pimp stores. You go to a place like a real suit store, like a men's warehouse or Joseph A. Banks is my place. I love Joseph A. Banks.
Yeah,
I got a suit from Joseph A. Banks from 2008 that I still can wear. That's how good the suit is.
They're good suits. They're good suits. I had tweed jackets, all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Man, you get a good suit. A good suit is gonna last you.
Yeah, man.
You take care of it.
Yeah, man. I got a suit now I bought from Joseph A. Banks back in 2008, and I still can wear it to this day. Still can wear it. Still a brand new.
Yeah.
Brand new. What's the next one, Vic?
Yeah, but let me say this. These young men in Colorado, they're in college, and they got to understand that they got to be preparing, not necessarily something to fall back on, but praying for that next phase in life.
You got to understand they're not their coach. They're not Deion.
You got to earn the right to be arrogant. So you got to. You
done nothing yet. You haven't done anything
yet. And most will end their football career with their last college football game.
Yep.
That's right.
So you gotta be ready to move on to the next thing.
But you're right, and you're right. Not as a thing to fall back on, but something to look forward to the next phase of your life.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cause I've seen it when even with guys that have done the same thing for 15, 20 years, you can get into a trap of defining yourself by that thing, and especially in entertainment. And then when it's over, you can't do it anymore. It doesn't want you to do it anymore. You can be in a really, really bad place. You can be depressed, really, really dark place. Because now you're like, who am I without this thing, man? So you always gotta be ready to move to the next phase.
You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah. All right. I guess one last thing before we leave. We've been talking about handling business. The USC, University of South Carolina women's basketball team handled their business.
Did they?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.